morning, good morning, good morning. I wanted to come in quickly and talk to you guys about broken marriages because one of the things that I do know, and I try to be honest and transparent with you guys, is that your marriage just may break several times throughout this journey. So I don't want you to be unaware that it could happen. And the reason that marriages break is because the communication is is broken or it lacks. It's not effective. And communication actually leads to a lot of other things. When there's lack of communication, there is a lack of needs being met. When there's lack of communication, a lot of times there's a lack of intimacy that is not happening, right? Um, and just know a broken marriage doesn't have to stay broken. But to fix a broken marriage is not all on you. And I don't as wives to always go about thinking that we have to fix everything. The only thing and the only one that we can fix is us. So when you notice that your marriage is broken, figure out why it's broken. What is it that you're seeing is broken? Because you have to remember, what you think is broken, your spouse may not think is broken. So you have to be really clear on what you feel is broken and be able to articulate it without diminishing your spouse or making them feel bad for something that they didn't even know was broken, right? And I'm asking you to give your spouse the same type of grace because there may be something that's bothering them that they feel like is broken in the marriage that they may need to tell you about. And you have to be real careful that you don't get into your feelings and attack them for what they feel is broken in the relationship. It's hard because we are emotional beings and you have clocked so many hours into this marriage journey, you really can get blinded by what's really happening, and you can get so focused on what you need and what you feel like is broken that you don't articulate it well. And with the communication already broken, if you don't articulate it in an effective and efficient way, it's only going to cause matters to be worse. Your marriage will break in one way or the other. It doesn't have to be um, a break that destroys you guys, but it will break because we're all human. There will be some downfalls. There will be some times that we do not meet the needs of our spouse, or our spouse doesn't meet our needs. So what I want you to do is to make sure, even when the marriage is broken, I want you to still be the wife that you're supposed to be. But you need to understand what was your part in the brokenness, especially if you are pinpointing what the brokenness is. Be kind to yourself because we are going to we are going to stumble. We are going to have those moments that we don't live up to what our spouse are expecting from us. But once you realize it, once you see a brokenness in the marriage, how can you be a better you to add the glue to close up that gap, to fix that broken piece of your marriage? How is your expectations of your spouse contributing positive or negatively to the brokenness. Same for your spouse. What is their expectations of you that is adding positive or negatively? Because our expectations a lot of times drive what is happening in our marriage. It's not the end all to be all, but it will happen. You got to recognize it. You got to work on you to fix the piece of the brokenness that you contributed to. Have an open, honest, and calm conversation with your spouse. You may or may not be able to verbalize it. You may or may not be able to have this conversation with him when you want it to happen. Use discernment. Because a lot of times words don't even need to be had. Your actions will correct what you feel like is broken. All I want you guys to know is that it's okay. You're not the only one that is going to experience brokenness in your marriage. You are not the only one. But you can get through it. You have to stay focused. You have to work on you. You have to be able to fix the communication gap that is happening so that you guys can mend, correct the brokenness that's in your marriage. Let's talk about it, all right? Let me know how you feel. Let me know what you're thinking. Let's do this, all right? Talk to you guys a little later. Bye.